Hi, how are you today? Are you fine? Okay, I am fine too. Okay, thank you so much for following me again. So I'm very happy to be in front of you this morning. Okay, in the way of continuing, our different lessons. Okay, so thank you so much. If you follow me, it means that you are giving an importance to what I am doing. Okay, and in this way, I'm also happy. I'm also happy to be among you, and I'm also happy to share the English knowledge with you. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so today we are going to see another chapter dealing with questions. Today we are going to discover the different types of questions. Okay, but today's lesson is two types we are going to see. Okay, so the lesson is types of questions. Types of questions. Okay, types of questions. Now, the first type of question is yes or no questions. The first one is yes or no question. What is yes or no question? Yes or no questions are questions whose expected answer is either yes or no. What does it mean? It means that if you put a question with yes, it means that these questions are questions, when you put them, there is no expected answer except yes or no. For example, look at the example. Do you speak Spanish? Here you cannot answer, okay, except yes or no. Okay, yes I do, meaning that yes I speak English, or no I don't. Okay, so this kind of question you cannot answer them except yes or no. That is why we call them yes or no question. There are some other questions that you cannot answer by yes or no. So these kind of questions are not called yes or no question. But for this question, the question which you cannot answer except by yes or no are called yes or no question. The other ones are other question. Okay, so I repeat, the yes or no questions are questions whose expected answer is either. It means that either you answer by yes or either you answer by no. Are you sick? Yes, I am. No, I'm not sick. Okay, are you hungry? Yes, I am. No, I'm not hungry. Okay, so this is the definition of yes or no question. Now we are going to see how to form them. How to form yes or no question. Okay, how to form yes or no question. Let me put them in color. How to form yes or no question. In English, a special word order, okay, verb, subject, object is used to form yes or no question. Okay, that is, if you want to form a yes or no question, you have to use this pattern: verb, subject, object. Okay, verb, subject, object. Example. Let's see the example like an illustration. They are Americans. They are Americans. Here, they is the subject, are is the verb, American is the object. Subject, verb, object. She is nice. It is the same. She is the subject, is the verb, and nice here is an adjective. She is nice. How is she? She is nice. Okay? Now, to answer or to form a question to these sentences, if you follow the pattern, verb, subject, object is are is the verb, they, this is very sure the subject, and the object is American. So the pattern, verb, subject, object is that are they Americans? They are Americans. Are they Americans? Okay. She is nice. The pattern, verb, subject, object is she nice? Is she nice? Do not forget the question mark at the end. Okay, so to form a yes or no question, so So you have to use this pattern, verb, subject, object. Now the rules. Okay, we are going to see the rule. The rule 1. If the main verb of the sentence is to be, that is the auxiliary to be, you simply invert the subject and the verb to be. I repeat, if the main verb of the sentence is to be, you simply invert the subject and the verb to be. Example, let's come back on this example. They are Americans. Subject, verb, and object. They are Americans. The question is, are they Americans? Okay, because here the main verb is the auxiliary to be. So you have to invert the subject and the verb too. So the subject inverted is they and the verb inverted is are. That is, you just put the verb before the subject. So we have are they Americans? They are nice. Are they nice? They are nice. Are they nice? Now the second rule. The second rule, if the sentence includes a main verb and another or other helping verb, that is an auxiliary if you want, here you have to invert the subject and the first helping verb, which is the auxiliary. Let me repeat. If the sentence includes a main verb and another or other helping verb, which is an auxiliary, for example, you have to invert the subject and the first helping verb, which is the auxiliary. Example. When you look at this sentence, okay, they are visiting Paris. Visiting is, their main verb, okay, which is accompanied by another helping verb, which is the auxiliary. They are visiting Paris. Here they will say that we have to invert the subject and the first helping verb, which is the auxiliary. Okay, they are visiting Paris. Okay, if you invert the subject and the first helping verb, it is are and they. So you must invert they and are. That is, you must put are at the beginning and they, okay, after are. So are they visiting Paris? They are visiting Paris. Are they visiting Paris? She has done the homework. So the subject is she and the helping verb, which is the auxiliary, it is has. So we have to invert she and has, which is has she done the housework? Has she done the housework? She has done the housework. The housework. Has she done the housework? Nancy has been working all night long. Nancy has been working all night long. So Nancy is the subject and has is the auxiliary or the helping verb. The helping verb. So the rule is to form the question is, has Nancy been working all night long? Has Nancy been working all night long? Another example, he will be reading the book. He will be reading the book. Will be, he will, he is the subject and will is the helping verb. Okay, he will be reading the book. Will he be reading the book? Will he be reading the book? So, for the rule number 3, the rule 3 says what? If the sentence includes a verb which is not the verb to be. Okay, remember here well. Here the verb is not the auxiliary to be. If the sentence includes a verb which is not the verb to be, okay, and doesn't include a helping verb, that is an auxiliary, the transformation is more complex. Here it means that there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence. Okay, there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence or helping verb in the sentence, and there is no the verb to be, that is the auxiliary to be, is not existing in the sentence too. So the sentence where there is no to be or no helping verb, here the transformation is more complex. So we are going to see this transformation. Okay, so let's see the first point of the transformation. The first point of the transformation. If the verb in the present tense, if the verb is in the present tense, okay, here you add either do or does, and you put the main verb in its base form. Okay, if the verb is in the present tense, you have to add either do or does, and put the main verb in its base form. Okay, now do. We use do if the subject is the first person singular, the second person singular, the first person singular, the second person plural, and the third person plural. Let me repeat. Do is used if the subject is the first person singular, the second person singular, the first person plural, the second person plural, and the third person plural. Okay? So, the first person singular is I. The second person of the singular is you. The first person of the plural is we. The second person of the plural is you, like the second person here of the singular. And the third person of the plural is they. Okay? So, if the subject do is used, if the subject is the first person singular, second person singular, first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. That is I, you, we, and they. Example, I like apples. I like apples. Okay, I is the first person of the singular. So you have to use do because it is I. Do you like apples? I like apples. The question is, do you like apples? They go to a high school. Do they go to a high school? So they is the third person of the plural. They go to a high school. Do they go to a high school? Okay. So here is the use of do. Do is used only for the first person of the singular, the second person of the singular, the first person of the plural, the second person of the plural, and the third person of the plural. Now let's see does. How to use does. Okay, how to use does. Does is used if the subject is the third person singular, that is he, she, or it. Does is used if the subject is the third person singular, that is he, she, or it. Example, John waits a lot. Here remember well that you cannot use does for the first person of the singular, okay, the second person of the singular. You cannot use that for the first person of the plural, the second person of the plural, or the third person of the plural. No. That is only used for the third person singular. That is he, she, or it. Okay. John reads a lot. Does John read? John here can be replaced by he, she, or it. That is why we put does. John reads a lot. Does John read a lot? John reads a lot. Does John read a lot? He hates basketball. He, okay, is the third person singular. He hates basketball. Does he hate basketball? Does he hate basketball? And the second point of, okay, the third point, the second point of the point of 3 is, the second point of the third point is if the verb is in the past tense, okay, remember well, if the verb is in the past tense, here you add did. Did is the past simple or the past tense of do. If the verb is in the past tense, you add did and put the main verb in its base form. I repeat, if the verb is in the past tense, you add did and you put the main verb in its base form. Example, he discovered the truth. He discovered. Discovered is a verb conjugated into the past tense, that is into the simple past. Okay, he discovered the truth. The question is, did he discover the truth? So here you must write the base in its, you must write the verb in its base form. Okay, that is without putting something at the end. So he discovered the truth. Did he discover the truth? He discovered the truth. Did he discover the truth? She wrote a nice essay. She wrote a nice essay. Did she write a nice essay? Did she write a nice essay? She wrote a nice essay. Did she write a nice essay? And their last example is, they did the homework. Did they do the homework? They did the homework. Did they do the homework? Okay. They did the homework. Did they do the homework? Okay. So here are information concerning the yes or no question. Okay. So as a summary, yes or no question are questions whose expected answer are yes or no. Okay, you cannot answer them without, you cannot answer them without yes or no. Okay, that is why we call them yes or no question. Okay, and remember well how to form them. You have to use the pattern verb, subject, object. Okay, and then we saw the rule, and the rule, I told you that if the main verb of the sentence is to be, you simply invert the verb. You simply invert the subject and the verb to be. Okay. Example, they are Americans. Are they American? They are nice. Are they nice? And in the second part, if the sentence includes a main verb and another or other helping verb, that is an auxiliary verb, you have to invert the subject and the first helping verb, which is the auxiliary. Example, they are visiting Paris. Are they visiting Paris? She has done the housework. Has she done the housework? Nancy has been working all night long. Has Nancy been working all night long? We will be reading the book. Will he be reading the book? Okay. And in number 3, so if the sentence includes a verb which is not the verb to be and doesn't include a helping verb, that is an auxiliary, the transformation is more complex. Okay, where you have to take into account the two aspects. So if the verb is in the present tense, you have to use do or does. Do is used for the first person singular, the second person singular, the first person plural, the second person plural, and the third person plural. And does is only used for the third person of the singular. Okay. Thank you.